Artillery! Fire! Take them down! Take them down!
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I am bringing you a very different battle in Medieval 2 Total War. This was an experimental battle between myself and Hamdog CDXX, and we are trying the old Pike and Shot battles. So basically all we've got for our army compositions, a whole lot of gunners, a whole lot of pikes, 2 units of cannon each, and cav. So I'm going to put this on slow motion, and we're going to really run through these army comps very quickly. So in front, I'm playing as the Kingdom of Sicily, and I've got about 14 units of handgunners here, very heavy plate. And then I have 16 units of pious, which I believe is how you pronounce it. Just look at this row of pikes if I turn it off here and then just kind of look down the line. Really, really epic. So, yeah, going with the classic Pike and Shot combo. All late period units, we were allowed to bring 2 units of bombard each. And there was no set rule on cav. Hamdog does have 1 unit of cav more than I do. But I've just brought 7 units of this condottieri. And then my general is over on the other side, the King of Sicily of the late period. And then looking at Hamdog, he's got a little bit of a different type of army build. So he's still bringing the classic units, but he's playing as the Kingdom of Austria, and he has a ton of these Arkebusenschütze. That's definitely not how you pronounce it, but he's got like a tiered level here, as you can see. So he's got some gunners in front, some behind. I've already managed to rout his bombards almost with firing on my bombards, and then he's got a ton of this Landsknecht here, and then he had some cheaper pikes somewhere. I think they're on the flanks. Mercenary Swiss pikes. So these actually might even be more elite. Yes, they are. So he's got that. And then he's got his Austrian Ritter of the late period. He's got the Duke's Hairchild. And then on the other side, he's got more Austrian Ritter. So let's kind of jump in. I want to hear some of these gunner sounds for sure. Yes, there we go. Very, very epic. So, both of us didn't really know too much about the history of Pike and Shot battles. I have seen them play out in Medieval 2 quite a bit, but I thought, you know, why not try it in Medieval Kingdoms? Like, we've got this excellent, you know, kind of platform for it. So basically what I've done is I've kind of moved my gunners into range, and they are starting to pick apart the enemy. If we go ahead and turn on the HUD here, you can see he's trying to charge in his catapult crew to pull back some of my gun units. And it looks like we've already got some pikemen moving forwards over here. So we've got our first clash. Looks like the mercenary Swiss pikemen moving forwards. Oh, they're going to take a lot of casualties charging in, though. Looks like the other units are being more slow to engage. Yeah, so the pikes have engaged at this point in the battle. I am withdrawing some of my pikes at this point, just because I realize that I'm going to probably lose the cav engagement if I don't. But just look at this mess. We've got pikeman units kind of setting up all over the place, and this scattered battle line actually kind of allows for our gunners to be firing in between. But yeah, you can see I peeled off a couple of units of my pikes over here to deal with this cav. He's really pushing hard on the flanks, which is of concern to me. That's why I pulled another unit of Pichiari back. But yeah, just because this unit is kind of out of position here, I'm just tearing it up with my handgunners, which is excellent for me to see. I'm going to go ahead and just pop that into slow motion for now. But yeah, just look at this battle. It is so awesome. I love to kind of think of new ways to get different kinds of battles out to you guys, not just the same old, you know, there's this side and here's this side, let's just attack each other and see who wins. Like, I love to employ different strategies, and if you guys have any ideas for different strategies you'd like me to try, be sure to let me know. But yeah, these pikes are actually getting kind of cut to pieces here. Unfortunately, I think the Sicilian pikes are of a better quality. And it looks like he's pushing hard on the flanks with some pikes as well, but I've got my cav that I'm just going to pull away from that engagement. Just look at this heavy cav. That looks epic. the sun in the background. They're called to another point in the battlefield, so they're gonna withdraw. And from first glance, it's looking pretty good for me in the center, but on the flanks, I'm extremely worried. You know, you can see my pike units over here. This poor pike unit is just getting shot up. It's trying to get into range, but yeah, you can see they're just being gunned down. It was extremely difficult for either of us to use our micromanagement skills with this army, just because you have to be paying attention all the time. But yeah, here comes my heavy cav into the handgunners. That is really excellent for me. I'm going to try to cut down as many of them as I can. But I think in the background, if we kind of zoom... Where's the Ritter? Here it comes. Here's the Ritter. So they've been activated. They realize that their handgunners are in trouble, so they're going to try to kind of zone me out from getting the next tier of gunners. But yeah, the center is pretty much all but been obliterated for the poor Austrian forces. He has broken a couple of my units of pikes, though. Again, you can see on the flanks I'm really struggling over here. I've got my general. I'm not sure if he's going to be charging into this unit of gunners, but it would be a good idea. Is he charging in there? Or is he not? Nope, he's going over here. Possibly... yeah, just to kind of break that Ritter. And I've got a pike unit over here trying to support my cav as much as I can. I've also got some gunners over here that I've drawn to the flanks. They're in trouble now, though, because now this Austrian Ritter is just free to charge them down. I'm going to try to run them away, but that's really not going to... that's not going to help too much. Actually didn't get a really solid charge, and I've got another unit of pike. Oh, there goes the charge. That's it. So yeah, I'm really trying to get them out of there, and I'm trying to use this pike unit to kind of zone them out. It's really a game of cat and mouse, I find, with this Pike and Shot. You really have to kind of you know, put your cards on the table one or two at a time. You can't just charge forwards and just hope for the best. Like, you got to be watching each of your flanks very, very frequently. You can see over on this side as well, I'm also having an issue. So pretty good for the Sicilians in the center, but on the flanks, it's bad news bears. The Austrians definitely have the flanks. Looks like my condottieri are going to try to withdraw from that battle and then get another charge in. Where are they going? Yeah, charge into that Ritter. Come on. Here we go. Nice fast charge. Even with the plate armor, these guys are just so quick. Nice charge there. So we're starting to kind of wrap up this left flank, so that's really good to see. You can see the balance of power is just tipping into my favor. I have about a 400-man advantage. Hamdog CDXX, he was very, very smart, and he actually withdrew. This is something that more experienced players will do, is when they realize that they're beat or they don't have a good position, it's best just to cut your losses and withdraw to a better position. So he kind of realized that he was losing on the left flank over there, and his center was pretty much being wrecked, so he's pulling back to a better advantage to reform. And unfortunately, though, for him, that just means that I will be able to win on this right flank after all. Oh, we're going to get a nice charge here. I'm probably going to miss it. Yeah, into the backs of these pikes. Very, very tough fight over here for the Sicilians, but we're starting to turn the tide. We've got the Ritter moving forwards again, going after the handgunners. Kind of skipping right past those pikemen. Yeah, it's going to be a decent charge now, because I think they're all lined up as soon as they can, you know, get their speed up. Maybe not. Not the best charge, actually. I'm quickly trying to get this unit of pikes over here. I'm not sure if I'm noticing that this depleted unit of cav is kind of closing in on me. Probably not, because I'm busy microing in the center. Oh, yeah, he's going to get a good charge off there. That's probably going to break that pike unit, I think. My general's been in the heat of the melee as well for most of this battle. Yeah, so we do have some of the Austrian Ritter. I think he was trying to go for some of my handgunners that I had pushed up. But I've got my pikes here to defend in the center. One of these pike units is a little bit out of position. Like I said, very, very difficult to micromanage this type of army setup. Oh, nice charge with the Sicilian Knights right into the side of that Ritter, though. That should surely break them. This guy over here is just cutting down my men. Look at that weapon he has, too. That's definitely something that will pierce the plate armor. I'm actually quite surprised that these Austrian Ritter are still holding. There they go, finally starting to break. So if we take a look at what's left here, he's got a good solid amount of handgunners. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 units. Then he's got about 5 units of pikes and his general. The only problem is that he's mostly out of cav at this point. So that's pretty difficult to see. He's got another unit of mercenary Swiss pikes that we're going to try to, I guess, withdraw to the safer position of the second defense. But I was able to cut him off with one of my units of condottieri. I hope that's how I'm pronouncing it. If any of you guys are Sicilian or even Italian and you know a better way to pronounce it, please let me know. I don't know exactly what kind of formation this is for the pikemen. I don't know where they're going. Yeah, we've got some good fighting over here. So let's take a look and see. I think we've just about wrapped up everybody else in this first defense. I really need to reform my lines. As you can see, I'm probably focusing on other areas of the battle. So I've got a couple units of pikes here in an X formation. And they are also in range of these handgunners, I believe. So we're going to have to get them into a better position. Luckily, my 2 cannons still did survive, though, so I am firing down onto the ranks of these poor soldiers. But I don't want to kind of cherry-pick too much. I will eventually move forwards to the final stand. We got a unit of pikes in behind here. I don't know what they're planning to do.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
I think they've just taken out their swords and they're just going to charge into the backs of my men. Oh, nope, they're going to whip them out just at the last second from their pocket. Yeah, see, again, I was not paying attention here. My elite pikes are just getting slaughtered right now. I don't know if I even will turn them around or... That didn't break them, did it? Wow, he broke that unit of pikemen. That's insane. Luckily, he's also broken, though. And I think I've wrapped up both of the flanks. Yes, I have, so I'm moving forwards my men. And it's back to another skirmish phase here. So let's kind of zoom in and watch these handgunners firing. Oh, yeah, you can see the well, I'm not sure if they were muskets, but you can see the musket balls being fired towards our position here. Not sure why they're not firing, though. It would be in their best interest to fire all available ammunition. There we go. There's some units firing there. That just looks so awesome. I think yeah, this poor unit is getting slaughtered over here.
Enemy units have been rallied.
See from the position of the Austrians. I'm pushing forwards my pikemen, but I'm moving pretty slowly. I might want to actually kind of run them into position. At this stage of the game, really, armor doesn't mean too much when you're up against guns. Oh, they're firing again at this unit here. I guess it's come back from routing. But I think that my cav will be moving forwards very soon if it hasn't already. Yeah, I've got my cav over here. The general is having to be committed into the fight. I'm definitely caught these handgunners off guard. A unit of pikes is being pushed in as well to aid their general, which is a pretty good call. But unfortunately, that just leaves the Austrians with basically no front line. And I'm pretty much able at this point to just break through. Again, you can see my pretty terribly scattered battle lines. He's kind of formed this, you know, square formation with the last of his units. But unfortunately, the Austrians are bleeding pretty heavily at this point. There's not much that they're going to be able to do to turn this battle around. The handgunners right now are being slaughtered against the Piscieri. They're still firing for some reason, though, even when they're in melee like this. Oh, nice charge with the cav into the backs of these units here. They're pretty much in a death trap at this point. Yeah, all of them have been routed. The general is dead. And I think that's just about it for the Austrian Pike and Shot army. You can see the last of the units are retreating. We've got a couple units of handgunners that just will not quit. They're holding out for some shred of a victory, but it's not going to happen. And there they go. They've retreated as well. So yeah, that's the end of the Pike and Shot replay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. You can take a look at the results here. So I think just mainly the Austrians weren't as heavily plated. I think if the roles were reversed as far as our choices of nations per se, that Hamdog, if he had the Sicilians, they just seem to be a lot more heavily armored. I'll have to check their stats and see how they compare to the Austrians. But yeah, pretty mixed kills on the Ritter. My Bombard's doing decently well, his not so much, just because I focused him at the beginning. And just his pikemen didn't really perform as well as I think he would have liked, but some of his handgunners did pretty well. My pikes, again, pretty mixed bag, I would say 17, 13, but then you got 100. Main kills, I think, were with my handgunners and my cavalry, though, as you can see. So yeah, if you guys kind of enjoy this Pike Shot scenario and you have any advice for either one of us, just leave a like and a comment on the video, and I'd definitely be looking for players to try this type of scenario out again. It's just something a little different that spices up the channel. So thanks very much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more Medieval Kingdoms 1212 content in the future, and I will see you in the next one.